Intro. What war led to the birth of the United States? This question takes us back to a time of great turmoil and transformation. The answer, the American Revolutionary War, a conflict that changed history and reshaped nations. It was a war that pitted the fledgling American colonies against the might of the British Empire. But how did it unfold? What were the key events that led to this monumental struggle? Scene 1. The seeds of revolution were sown in the 1760s and 1770s. During this period, the British government imposed a series of taxes and laws on the American colonies. American colonists grew increasingly frustrated with British taxes and laws, such as the infamous Stamp Act and the Tea Act. These acts were seen as unjust and oppressive, fueling resentment and anger among the colonists. Events like the Boston Tea Party of 1773 symbolized their defiance. Colonists, disguised as Native Americans, boarded British ships and dumped an entire shipment of tea into Boston Harbor as a protest against the Tea Act. Scene 2. In April 1775, the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord, marking the start of the American Revolutionary War. These battles were the spark that ignited a full-scale war for independence. The conflict pitted the 13 colonies against the world's most powerful empire. The British Army was well-trained and well-equipped, while the American forces were largely made up of militia and volunteers. Scene 3. Under the leadership of figures like George Washington, the colonies fought tirelessly. Washington's leadership and strategic acumen were crucial in keeping the colonial army together through the darkest times. The signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 made their intentions clear: freedom from British rule. This document, drafted by Thomas Jefferson, articulated the colonies' desire for self-governance and their grievances against the British Crown. Scene 4. The turning point came in 1777 with the American victory at the Battle of Saratoga. This significant win boosted American morale and proved that they could stand up to the British forces. This triumph convinced France to join the fight, providing crucial military support to the American cause. French troops, supplies, and naval power played a pivotal role in the subsequent battles. Scene 5. The war culminated in the Siege of Yorktown in 1781. American and French forces laid siege to the British Army, trapping them on the Yorktown Peninsula. With the help of French forces, American troops forced the British to surrender, effectively ending the conflict. This victory was a decisive blow to British hopes of retaining control over the colonies. Scene 6. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed, officially recognizing the United States as an independent nation. This treaty marked the end of the war and the beginning of a new era for the American people. A new chapter in history began. The United States embarked on a journey to build a nation founded on the principles of liberty, equality, and democracy. Closing scene. The American Revolutionary War was more than just a fight for independence. It was a revolution that inspired freedom movements worldwide. The ideals of the American Revolution resonated across the globe, influencing other nations to seek their own paths to freedom. Its legacy lives on in the United States today. The principles fought for during the Revolution continue to shape the nation's identity and values. Like, comment, and subscribe for more historical stories that shape the world.